First of all, I just want to say I'm very grateful to be here and be amongst all of the athletes, coaches, alumni, and everybody that is here. It's a very meaningful, award, accomplishment to me. Getting a chance to come back to Laurier, it just reinforces why I know it was a very good decision for me to come to Laurier. To give you a little bit of background on myself, I came out of high school and I went down to the U.S. That was my dream, to play down in the NCAA. And I went down on scholarship to Bemidji State. Went there as a running back, tore my ACL in my senior year of high school. Normal story we all have, right? And I thought at that moment, truthfully, like that was it, my life was over. That's how I felt at that time. And thankfully I had amazing parents that continued to push me, challenge me, and I fought my way back. And the point of this story, or my little bit of background, or me trying to be a little bit vulnerable and transparent about it, is just really talking to the young guys in the room, and then I think identifying with the older guys in the room. I'm somewhere in between. I tell my son, I didn't always look like this. But what happened was, I went down to the U.S., didn't work out, the story goes, and then I had a decision to make when I transferred back home. Had a chance to come to Laurier, talk with Coach Gary Jeffries, and ever since that day, it was, one of the best decisions that I made for my future. And the reason I bring that up is to express to you guys and to the young guys and to my son, Hensley, so pay attention. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of work, and I know you guys can all identify with that, but it took a lot of work, and I worked my ass off. He's gonna give me trouble for swearing. But it took a lot of work, like it took all of you guys a lot of work to get here. And it's really, when Coach Falls called me to tell me, because I thought he was calling me to ask about another player in Ottawa, or because I, run my own strength conditioning business with my lovely lady, Sarah, sitting over there. And so I thought Coach Falls was calling me to ask about a couple athletes in Ottawa. And then he, had expressed to me that this was the situation, and I was really taken back, to be honest. I'm getting soft in my old age. But it just, in that moment, and I sat in my office and I just thought about, what different things it takes to get to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And for me, with the young athletes that I work with now, and I have the opportunity to share with them, teach them all my mistakes, it taught me that my thing while I was at Laurier in particular, and my two road dogs over here, Kojo Millington and Rohan Thompson, and they can vouch for this, they'll make my story sound better. But I think the thing that I learned was my ability to fail was something that I tried to lean into. And we come across where failure has such a negative connotation to it, but it's something that, and again, I don't think I was aware so much at the time, but it was something that I learned that I had to embrace failure, and I was willing to fail more than the next guy. Sounds kind of backwards, but that's how it was. And to just give you a quick little example of this, and for you young guys, you guys listen up too. I set out a lot of goals for myself. I had a big vision of things I wanted to achieve, none of which I accomplished. It's not a sad story. None of which I accomplished. But I want you to pay attention to how this thing lays out. So in high school, my teacher had asked me, and I won't get into all that boring story, but my teacher had asked me, said, what do you want to do with yourself? You're running with this crew, you have some things that you can do, that you can achieve, you have talents. What is it that you want to do? And he made me sit down. It was my math teacher, my basketball coach at the time, and he made me sit down in the math classroom and write out these things that I wanted to accomplish. So I'm going to tell you what these things were. So I wanted to get a scholarship to the NCAA. I played running back at the time my whole life until I got here. Thank you, Laurier. I wanted to get a scholarship to Michigan State. It's important you remember that. I wanted to lead the NCAA in rushing and touchdowns. I wanted to be an All-American, and I was so realistic. That I said I wanted to get drafted in the second round by the San Diego Chargers. I don't know why. I don't even like San Diego Chargers. But pay attention to what I just said, San Diego Chargers. So what happened was I failed at every single one of those things. Didn't accomplish any of them. I just came to this realization a few years ago. What I did do in pursuit of that was I did go to the NCAA, but it didn't work out how I wanted. I went to Bemidji State. The Bemidji State colors are green and white, like Michigan State. I transferred to Laurier, got switched to defensive back, which I wasn't happy about, but Coach Jeffries made an amazing decision for me. So I didn't obviously lead the league in rushing yards, but I did somehow, thanks to the help of those two, well, not Kojo so much, but I led the country in interceptions. I wasn't an All-Canadian. I was up for Defensive Player of the Year, and I didn't get drafted, but I signed as a free agent with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, which those colors are like the San Diego Chargers. So it's okay to fail, but you gotta just keep rolling. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I don't talk about myself a whole lot or things I accomplished, but a big accomplishment for me that I am very proud of is to be a part of this tradition at this school. It's something that I talk to a lot about with the young guys that I have the opportunity to work with, and it's thanks to different coaches like Coach Gary Jeffries, Riggs Mitch, that was our head coach at the time. And to see it continue on and continue to build how it is a testament to Coach Falls, which I appreciate as well, continuing to keep myself and guys, from the different eras involved with the program. And I think that speaks volumes in this room to everybody. So to all you guys, I appreciate everybody. I specifically appreciate, like I said, my dog's coming through today. It means a lot to me. Everybody's got a lot of stuff going on in their life, and it's important to take these moments in time. This is a reminder to myself as well. But I am very thankful and honored by this, so thank you very much, and I appreciate it.